let's talk about trades. All right. My favorite choices for trades. The thing is, a lot of people don't seem to realize that trades are like in demand. Big, big, big demand. Okay. I'm going to pull up this here as well. Let's pull this. We're going to refer this here in a little second there. We'll pull this up right now. So when it comes to trades, all right, you're going to look at one of three things. Okay. And in my opinion here, okay. Now, these are not sexy, okay? These are not glamorous jobs. Okay? You're not going to be some IG influencer or whatever, right? Yeah, Tech Mice. No, I didn't forget about that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Trust me, Tech Mice. I am not stupid. I assure you, as an entrepreneur, I have thought about it, okay? So, right? Trades aren't sexy, but you know what's even unsexier? Being a broke man, which a lot of people are broke, okay? Let's talk about my uncle. My uncle is a man who went the route of becoming a plumber. Okay. Plumber. During the pandemic, put a 1 in the chat if you stop shitting and you stop pissing. Okay. You did it. You know, they say there's 2 consistencies in life, death and taxes, but they also forgot shit and piss. Okay. A plumber. There's a guy in our group named Bowen, a young man. Winston Wolf, I will ban you into oblivion, motherfucker. Such a jokester. Why don't you fucking take anything seriously? Plumber. All right. 1 to 3 years. You are looking into a nice salary of $60,000 to $100,000 a year within 3 years. Okay? There are so many people that could get into plumbing. And this is a lucrative business. All right? This is a lucrative business, guys. Let me tell you something. I don't care how much money you got in your bank account right now. If you're a landowner, a tenant owner, or a building owner, office building owner, if the toilet starts overflowing and filling your building or your house with shit water, you will find a plumber. You will call him, and the plumber on the emergency rate is anywhere between $100 an hour and to, like, you know, the specialty plumbers, they're getting $200 an hour. And guess what? You're going to pay it. Okay? You're going to pay it. You know why? Because nobody wants shit water flowing around their house. Okay? Brendan R. Are you Brendan R. from Orlando? Brendan R. says, my neighbor is a plumber, drives a Mercedes-Benz van, Corvette, and Ford Raptor. Also has a pool and solar panels on the roof. That Ford Raptor is Pimp Daddy. If you want to buy me a Ford Raptor, please send me an email at questions@modernlifedating.com. I will accept your offer. Thank you so much for your kindness. What's up, Bull Rush? Thanks for being here, bro. Okay. Now, this is, again, right here. This is just 1 to 3 years. After 3 years, okay, because here, let me give you guys a harsh reality too. Now, when I used to work a lot on construction sites, and then there's guys here who work in construction sites. I did every odd end job to get my way through college, okay? I didn't have mommy and daddy pay for my college. I paid for my college. I got Pell Grants. I paid. I took out some loans. I supported myself, okay? I'm the man, and I have zero regrets of going through my 20s, struggling, busting my ass, hustling. I loved having money back then, okay? I did not like walking around with broke pockets, walking around with zero money. No, that was not me. I always had money in my pockets, and I do too, all right? To this day as well. Now, the thing is this. A lot of people in these trades, electricians, plumbers, contractors, okay? Contracting is another thing too, man. All these guys, they're people who are typically involved in these type of skills. They're usually, sad to say, they're really educated people, but they're alcoholics, they're low lives, they're drug addicts, they smoke meth. You know, it's just a sad reality. I don't know what it is, but like I'm talking roofers. I've done it all, man. Roofing, drywall, painting, electrician, electric work, laying concrete. Let me tell you something. If you have never picked up an 80-pound concrete bag and carried it in the hot Florida sun and thrown it down and done that, I did that in the Florida sun and the Hawaiian sun. That will build character. I guarantee you none of those guys on those Black Pill streams did any of that before, because they would not be sitting around crying, talking about how much of fucking losers they are. All right? Don DeMarco says, don't forget joining the military. I do not advise men to join the military. I do not. I'm sorry, call me anti-patriot, blah, 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 whatever. I don't think it's a good cause. I don't think it's a good route. Even if you're going to go for medical school, like you have to become a doctor. You have to become a doctor in the military and pay back the time to the military. I just don't. I cannot. I've heard too many military horror stories. I've seen too many guys coming out of the military screwed up. And no. Okay? Try jackhammering concrete during the Texas sun. Hey, you invite me, and I'll challenge accepted. Okay. We'll have Hot Dude Con, Texas, Jackhammer Edition. Okay. And no, I'm not talking about Brent Caldwell fucking women out there. Let's go back. So if you can keep your nose clean, if you can stay sober, and you can enter these trades, you can make a lot of money, okay? Because there are I don't know what it is, but they're filled with losers. Like drug addicts, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the cash business. I have no idea, but that always happens, okay? Plumber is one option, okay? One of the quickest ways to get some cash going in the trades is a welder. Okay.
You guys don't donate $100 right now. You're a beta male. You're a cuck. You're blue pill for life. You're going to send me $1,000 in donation right now.
Very good. And that's Al with the $5 super chat says getting a CDL, which is a certified driver's license, is a great way to dip your toes into the trades. Every trade needs guys with CDL. Easy way to stack cash while deciding what to go into. I agree with that. Charles is in the house. Well, I don't know if he's in the house, but Charles is a man in the Hot Dude Army. Young, educated black guy. And, I got a racially virtue signal because I'm on YouTube. So, young black guy, extremely intelligent. He was working at CarMax. They're treating him like shit. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to go become a truck driver, take this money, live like a minimalist, funnel it into my drop shipping business, and make boatloads of cash. And that's exactly what he's doing. I think Charles is going to be 25 this year. Okay? All right. So welder. Okay? Now, welding, my buddy Jim had a very tough life. And he was addicted to Roxycontins. Okay? And that's a very hard drug that fucks you up. I mean, he kind of hit rock bottom to the point that he was injecting it into his chest, and it was really, really, really bad. He ended up going to prison for a year for stealing some shit. And I really wrote Jim off. I was like, damn, Jim, you really fucked your life up. Jim got out of prison and turned his life around. With proper education and training, being a welder, Jim in 18 months was a pipe welder. Okay? And within 18 months, he was making $100,000 a year. Okay? There are guys in the Hot Dude Army who are welders. I know Tommy Bahama, fucking the Buffalo Beast. He was working overtime during the whole pandemic. That didn't stop. Okay? That didn't stop. 18 months for Jim to turn his life around, making $100,000 a year. Guys, $100,000 a year. Okay. Now, obviously, I'm a little bit different because, I've been working hard and playing the big money game for, a couple years now. So for me, $100,000 is not much. However, it's still a good amount of money for the average person, okay? But again, if you don't know how to manage your money, then guess what? Goes back to that childhood, 14 to 18. You better be managing your money. Okay? You better be managing your money because it doesn't matter how much you make, you are going to waste it all if you don't have good money management skills, period. There are no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You manage your money or your money manages you, period. And you know what's going to happen? God bless Christian Martin, who lost all his money on crypto trading because he traded on leverage. And you know what he said? He sent me a meme yesterday. There he is. There's Christian Martin's in the chat. Yesterday, he sent me a meme in my Instagram. And you know what he said to me?
I'm stupid. You're smart. I was wrong. You were right. You're the best. I'm the worst. You're very good looking. I'm not attractive.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that now. Are you ready to get down to business and do exactly what I tell you to do?
You motherfuckers better do exactly what I tell you to do. Exactly. You manage your money or your money will manage you. Okay? I want you to fucking carve that into your arm with a knife. Obviously, don't do that. But manage your money or your money will manage you. Infamous Rifle is a very frugal man, and I say that with the utmost respect. And he says in the chat, $100,000 with a low cost of living is excellent. You can turn that disposable income into even more income, which we will talk about as well in today's episode. Today we're going deep, boys, okay? We're going deep, we're going long, we're going hard. Just the way your mother likes it. Just joking. Not talking about your mother, the other guy's mother. So, all right. Good to know one of my moderators showed up for duty today. Welcome, Tosh. Welder. Okay. Do we all know what a welder is? Do we know what a welder is? Just so you guys don't know what a welder is. Okay. A welder is this right here. Okay. So you put on the special welder protection eye kit thing here and you weld. And this guy's welding a piece of pipe right here. Okay. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. You're like, whoa, MLD. Oh, if you do welding for a long time, you're going to go blind. That's why we talked about in the earlier episode, you're only going to do this job for a little bit because you're planning your financial escape. Now, if you do welding like this up into your 40s and 50s, I mean, you quite frankly, you deserve to go blind. Okay? Manage your money, manage your life, or your money will manage you. Period. Again, it's undeniable. There are no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Manage your money, or your money will manage you. Marco Variani says there are countries that $100,000 a year is a fortune. No excuses in the U.S. to do the work. Exactly. Harry Zico says that welders who expatriate even make more money. I'm going to talk about that. Jim went from being in prison, literally being in prison, 18 months. These welder internship programs, okay? Who remembers what's his name? What was his name? He called Vince. He had like the slang name. The young kid. He was like 23. Vincent Valent. He was a 2019 guy. Winston, help me out. You know what I'm talking about? Well, anyways, there's a young kid in Delaware, and he was Vincent Vale. Oh, dude, Lou Piazza coming through with the fresh haircut. Thank you so much, Lou. Love you. Angelo, thank you so much. Vincent Vale, he got his welder training, and you could get paid training guys, $18 an hour, okay? Now, I understand $18 an hour is not a lot of money. However, $18 an hour to learn something that in 18 months potentially could lead you to $100,000 an hour. Worst case scenario, you don't make $100,000 an hour, but in 18 months you go from making zero to, let's just pump it down, right? Let's just say to $50K a year. The trade-off is insane. You already got a massive head start on the college people, depending on the route that they go. We're going to talk about that next, okay? But you get started off getting paid training, $18 an hour. Okay? That'll boot you up to $50K when you start. And then 18 months, it'll take you to $100K, depending on how you play your cards. Even after 18 months, I mean, you're probably going to be making at least $70K. And again, $70K, not bad living, especially for an 18-month trade-off. And this is your base foundation to, fuel your escape plan. Remember, we all need to have escape plan as men. The escape plan. Okay? Hey, Brandon, thanks for watching, buddy. Brandon, we're talking about Jim. Brandon is in the house, my lifelong friend who really opened my eyes to being a next-level womanizer. We're talking about our buddy Jim, who was very bad position in his life, and now he became a welder, and he turned his life around, So Jim ended up traveling around the world, pipe welding, getting paid to travel, going to all these destinations. You could go to places like France. You can go to Europe. And guess what? When you travel, they're paying you even more money. Even more money. Roberto F. is in the house. He said, at the 6-month mark, Vincent was saving for a house and lost a lot of weight. Okay? It's amazing. All the OGs in here remember Vincent. I hope he's still doing well. He kind of fell off. I don't know where he is. But it's okay. I believe in him. So that's being a welder. So you got plumber and you got welder. And then the next one we're going to talk about is not a job for weak men. However, if you're a weak man and you want to become a strong man, this is the job for you. But you cannot be a weak man doing this job. Okay? Next thing we're going to talk about here is being a power line man. Okay? Power lineman. Now, a power lineman, okay, is a guy like Red Pill Thor, okay? Red Pill Thor is not texting and driving. He is being a responsible man because he has to live a very long life to help me raise up men in the Hot Dude Army. Thor is a responsible individual. He definitely does not make debaucherous sex tapes either. Okay. So power lineman is the title of Red Pill Thor's job. And this is the guy who goes up and works on the power lines. Guys, again, let's talk about this seriously, right? Let's be honest. Let's be honest here real quick. I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you know you have a useless degree. Go. I'll be the first to lead the pack. I have a bachelor's of science in psychology. Not much use in it. However, I got the degree to fund my educational and financial pursuits here in Tokyo, Japan. Vinny says he's got a 1 in the chat right there. What else we got in there? Cody Wall. Sage Field says 2. I've got no degree. Ryan Allen says I'm a welder. Congratulations, Ryan. Okay. A lot of people. Chemistry is decent. 1, computer engineering. Computer engineering is not a useless degree, buddy. If you think computer engineering is a useless degree, the problem is you. Brandon LeBlanc says he has a civil engineering degree. Very nice. Shay Neal says he has a degree in economics. That is pretty useless, I'll have to say. Arjun says bachelor commerce and game development. Yes, that's a pretty awful degree. Brent Caldwell says automotive technology. Well, no, Brent, I would say because you're using that and you're making money right now, so I wouldn't say that's useless. Lou Piazza says I have an associate's in science and computer systems, but Lou, you're doing, I'm not going to tell the people how much you're making, but you're up in the top 20%. You're doing great, brother. Wild Bill Curl says no degree. Q Likes Donuts says 2. I don't know where these 2s came from. I just said put a 1. That's all. I didn't say put a 2. Okay. Electrical engineer 1. Chemistry and math 1. Wild Bill Kurt says I am a certified hot dude. Justin Schaefer 1. Kia Zamp says 2. Electrical engineering. Good stuff. P-Dubs also says they start at $18 an hour installing solar panels. It's not bad living, man. That's not bad living at all. David T says plumbers are overwhelmed with jobs in Texas with all the damn broken pipes. Low pressure and idiots flushing stupid shit. Exactly. In addition to that, guys, check it out. P-Dubs, congratulations. P-Dubs says he started at $19 an hour. Now he's making over $50 an hour. And P-Dubs started calling in this show about a year ago, and he was cutting hair in a barbershop. And then I remember, let me tell you guys about P-Dubs' story. P-Dubs went from cutting hair at the barbershop, then he got a job as a factory worker, and he was cutting hair, and he was being a factory worker at the same time. And now he got a better job, installing solar panels. Okay? And guess what? Now he's making over $50 an hour. I know the majority of this chat is not making over $50 an hour. All right? No offense. Just it is what it is. But I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're poor in America, the problem is 1,000% you. Okay? There are opportunities in America. A lot of you guys are just fucked up here. You're too lazy. You cry too much. Wah. Being broke in America is the largest disgrace you could ever have on this planet. There are opportunities everywhere. Everywhere. Doesn't matter your color, your skin. Doesn't matter your gender, your age, nothing. America, there's still opportunity everywhere in America. So a lot of these guys saying they have useless degrees. Take a look at this. I mean, power linemen, after 5 years of, working, okay, you can make up to $200,000 a year. We all know what's happening in Texas right now. Rolling blackouts, blizzards, destroying everything. Okay? Think about that. P-Dubs, you're the man, bro. You're the man. Everybody, I want you to put golden eggplant emojis in the chat for P-Dubs. And if you don't have your golden eggplant emojis, click on that link right there, Streamlab or the Hot Dude Army sign up link. You can get all the custom emojis for this channel. Click on that link. Throw some golden eggplant emojis in the chat for my man P-Dubs. He is a winner. Seriously. Winner, chicken dinner. What a winner, indeed. Just put all of them in the chat. Just spam it. I want to see a wall of golden eggplant emojis because that's amazing. He turned his life around in less than 2 years. P-Dubs says, I'm the man, MLD. No, P-Dubs. You're the man, bro. You, Brent Caldwell, okay, Ricky, you guys are textbook examples of hard-working men who weren't blessed with natural talent and all these rich parents and good parents. And, and P-Dubs his 2 kids and he did this at the same time with baby mama drama. And he pulled this shit off. There's no excuse, men. There's no excuse. And you know the real truth. Nobody cares. You can come up with every excuse in the world. If you're a straight man in America, I assure you, nobody gives a fuck about you. Maybe your friends, maybe your wife, maybe your mom. But in the big picture, nobody really cares. Okay? Nobody cares. So, power linemen. We know what's going on in Texas, right? Blizzard came, wiped out the power grids. Power lines down. Absolutely destroyed. Power linemen in Florida, they get work every single year thanks to hurricanes. Okay? Guess what's happening? And guys, you got to think like business people. When the power lines go out, guess who's coming to pay the bill? Big Daddy government, who's taken all your tax dollars. Okay? The government has to pay. And let's be honest, the government has infinite money. So if you're a business, okay, let's say you're a power lineman business, guess what? Infinite money from the government. Infinite. Okay? My man Harold, big, strong black dude in our fucking community again. I feel like I'm virtue signaling at this point. I really do. I got Thor is white. He does the power lineman. He's been doing it in California. And also Harold on the other side of the country in New York. Thor's in California. Harold's in New York. He's also a power lineman. I'm not going to talk about how much money Harold does. Let me tell you something. Harold does very well for himself. Harold is a successful black man. Thor, Red Pill Thor, does very well for himself. Thor does not need to work. I feel like Thor works because it makes him happy at this point. Thor is 58 years old. He is living the dream. He could do anything he wants, and he chooses to do this. Okay? Do you think right now the governor, the mayor in Texas, they're like, well, all the power is down in Texas. We're going to delay calling the power linemen until we raise a GoFundMe to get some money. Or do you think that they call these people immediately and say, yo, we need power immediately? The hospital generators are running out of gas. The schools got no electricity. The restaurants, the fucking, not restaurants, because, restaurants are closed. But I mean, the gas stations, they need electricity. Okay, the police station, they need electricity. Electricity is non-negotiable. Just like taking a shit is non-negotiable. You got to shit, and if something goes wrong with the shit, you got to call a plumber. There's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. Power goes out, you got to get the power back on. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. Power lineman, okay? Those are just some examples, okay? Some honorable mentions, all right? Now, some honorable mentions are, you are looking at the a contractor, right? I know so many guys that are contractors. What a contractor is, he's basically a guy, general contractor. He assembles the team of people to build a house, okay? So the contractor gets the deal to get the house, and he gets the lump sum of the money. And then let's just say he gets $200,000. Okay, let me go back to the board here. Might as well. This is actually really important. So I want you to pay attention to this. Okay. And I hope this is changing your life right now. Are some of you guys thinking about making career changes honestly right now? Or is this opening your mind to possibilities? I want you to put a 7 in the chat if you are gaining some life-changing information from this, learning something. Just put a 7 in the chat. Let me know. You could put a comment after as well. I would really like to know your guys' opinions because I was pretty shocked that this was a valuable information for you guys. Quite frankly, I thought a lot of you guys knew this stuff. You know, but is it Will Giles with the 7? Never seen you around here before. Pro Special with the 7. Good stuff. All right. Good stuff. Looks like the 7s are coming in. Dandy Stepper 7. Doug Patterson. Doug, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well over there, brother. Keep your head up. So the contractor, what he does, all right. Oh, you know, we're going to go to the next level here, guys. Can I open this? Let's just. All right, we'll just give you, here's a general breakdown of what a contractor does, all right? So let's say the contractor says, okay, I'll build you a house.
So, you have accepted the truth.
All right, we got a new subscriber. Looks like we may not be in the YouTube gulag anymore. That's good news there. Thank God. Shout out to Bam2813. Just subscribe. So the contractor, let's say the contractor gets $200,000 to build a house. Happy, stop that. Happy. You better stop that. Stop it. Just digging in the beanbag over there. Destroying my Yogi Bell. Don't you do it, Happy. All right. So he gets $200,000 to build a house, right? What he'll do, I'm going to give a very elementary example. Let's say he takes about $50,000 for materials and another $50,000 for labor costs, which is basically paying the staff, right? So what he does is then he hires the painter, he hires the carpenter, he hires the electrician, and basically he's the leader who puts the house together. And he comes out, by managing the project, he comes out with $100,000. And a house is typically built in 3 to 6 months. Okay? So if you have a good year, all right, and you're building one house, let's say you're only taking one project at a time. So every 3 months, you're getting $100,000. Mate, that ain't bad. That's $400,000 a year, okay? That is literally presidential money. The president's salary in the United States of America is $400,000 a year. And I know what you might be thinking. Damn. MLD makes more money than the president. Yes, I do. Suck on that, Joe Biden. Print that up, motherfucker. That's not bad money at all, guys. Okay? Being a printer, I'm thinking money printing. Being a contractor is another trade. Okay? And now guess what? That's assuming you're doing one house every 3 months. Okay? Even if you only get a house done every 6 months, that's still $200,000. Not bad work. John McCartney 7 vote. It says good info even at 52. Listen, brother, we all got to keep learning. You stop your education as a man the moment you die. Period. Okay? Contractor is a trade. Okay? That's another one right there. Do not forsake the trades.